All right, real quick, it's yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Before the video starts, it would mean the world to me if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That's how my business grows. At is Mr. Taliaferro on your screen right now. When you follow and subscribe to me, you become one of the pharaohs. That's how I talk business, and that's how you support a young hustler out here getting it.
I guess y'all been hearing all the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like yesterday, man. I was inconvenienced and arrested, you know what I'm saying, with no cause, you know, and about that. With all we done been through, this is small potatoes, man. Major's birthday, I'm here, present at school, ain't been to sleep, but guess what? God is good all the time.
All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? T.I. Clifford Harris was arrested in Georgia early this morning. You can call it, a lot of people call it late that night, early in the morning. Here's the story, man. T.I. forgot his key into his gated community, all right? He forgot his key, and he was with one of his homies. T.I. apparently got on the phone with his wife, Tiny, and he was on the phone with a guard who T.I. and his team are claiming was asleep. Now, I don't know if they mean asleep in a literal sense or in a sense of he was asleep, not understanding the people that live inside the community. Nevertheless, T.I. and his team are claiming the guard was asleep. They're trying to get inside of the gate. I'm guessing T.I. had a couple too many drinks. T.I. and him got a little aggressive. And from there, T.I. and his homie were at some point let inside the gate after a long discussion, which I'm sure frustrated T.I. Clifford Harris. And I gotta think, these niggas pay good money. Whatever home they're in, I'm sure T.I.'s paid a great amount of money to live in. So when somebody don't let you in your own gate, I know if you don't got your key, I get it. But still, as much money as I pay, I'm pretty sure that tax over there is crazy. That property value is crazy. Nigga, let me in. Figure whatever you gotta do, figure it out. Let me the fuck in my crib. So T.I. finally gets in. At that point, not charged with anything. Police had not been called to the scene. But after T.I. got in, and this is what T.I.'s team is leaving out of the story. Let's read the statement from T.I.'s story real quick, and then I'll get to what they're leaving out. T.I.'s attorney, Steve Sido, said it took Tip some time to wake up the sleeping guard. Tip clearly identified himself and sought entry. The guard refused entry. Tip was in contact with Tiny by phone, that's his wife, and Tiny confirmed that T.I. should be let in immediately. The guard continued to refuse entry without justification. So that's what T.I.'s attorneys and their team is, that's the statement that they're giving. But there's more to the story. What T.I. and his team are leaving out, and this is according to the guard and law enforcement officials, they're saying, yes, T.I. after an argument, maybe the guard was in the wrong. Yes, T.I. finally got in the gate and he should have been let in the gate, right? But T.I., after he got in the gate, made that trip back. And if it took me all that to get in my gate, and I know I'm in the right, and I believe in my heart of hearts it's something you did wrong, my nigga, I pay your salary, essentially. You gonna hear my mouth about this. So T.I. goes back on foot. This is a classic T.I. moment, by the way. And shortly afterward, he confronted the security guard or the guy at the gate, whatever. That's when cops were on the scene. And that's when T.I. was arrested and charged with simple assault, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. Now, the simple assault, nothing got physical, just to clear that up. Under Georgia law, if you get into any type of altercation with somebody and somebody fears for that they will be hit during a dispute because you're drunk and all that, under Georgia law, that can be constituted as a simple assault. So that's what the simple assault. I don't want to put in the atmosphere, because when you hear that assault word, you think somebody beat the shit out of somebody or attempted to beat the hell out of somebody. That's not in here. Simple assault under Georgia law. The guard claims he feared for his life. I feel like that's pretty weak, but I wasn't there, so I'm not going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what T.I. threatened that man with, so I'll just leave it at that. Now, for most people, those charges are light. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do any jail time behind that. T.I. was smiling in the damn mugshot. He's already been released without bail, as you've seen in the video to start it off. But here's what I do get concerned with T.I. with. This is why I think he needs to be careful. I read my comments from time to time, and I see that you guys clown me when I say T.I. has become a black spokesman. But say what y'all want, T.I. has become a black spokesman. And I get afraid for two things. The first thing, with T.I. being so involved in movements, you got to think, man, when T.I. gets on his platform and uses his voice, businesses lose money. As a matter of fact, a couple months ago, they protested a restaurant in the Atlanta area, and I believe it was due to racial bias, according to T.I., right? And not holding the same standard for black people that they had in place for white people, right? It was on some like, if a black man wears sweatpants, you know what I mean, they want the certain type of sweatpants to be the tight joints. You know what I mean? You can't wear the baggy sweatpants or the baggy Nike suit, or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So with that being said, I get concerned because with T.I. very involved in the movement, I don't trust shit like that, man. When you get behind bars and T.I.'s to a degree not able to use some of the street connections that he's obtained over the years, I don't really trust shit like that. I don't trust having a black... We've heard stories, and I know I'm not trying to compare T.I. to a modern day Martin Luther King, but we heard stories of people that we looked up to, and people that did great stuff in the movement back in the day in the 60s and 70s, like a Martin Luther King. We've heard stories in the 50s as well, like a Martin Luther King get beat up behind bars because they're trying to send a message to him like, niggas stop all that activist stuff, nigger. You know what I mean? We've heard stories like that, so I get concerned like that about that. And also, is T.I. still on papers? I will have to find it out. I'll let you guys know that in another video. I thought T.I. might be on papers because you remember T.I. did some time, real time, for them gun charges. So those two things kind of scare me because anybody else get that, they're not doing any jail time behind that. They're getting a slap on the wrist and they're gonna pay a fine and they're gonna go on with their life. But with T.I. and some of his past transgressions and his recent involvement in the movement, I do kind of get concerned. Again, T.I.'s out. You seen it in the video. He posted that immediately. Thank y'all for the time and support. I don't take it for granted. T.I. has been arrested and he was hit with simple assault, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. I just think it was all a big misunderstanding. It feels like both these individuals are trying to flex their muscles. The problem is T.I. pays for the guy who's trying to flex his muscles, the guard's salary. He's one of that part that pays for that man's salary in that gated community. The whole gated community pays for that man's salary. So he should abide by T.I.'s rules no matter what. All right? I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah!